Hi HDTV, my name is Sherie Stombaugh and I'm 48 years old. I live in Salem, Oregon, and it's my dream to be on Armchair Designers. I love watching those decorating shows, but you know what I like doing even more? I love decorating. I'm a decorator at heart. Let me show you some of the things that I've done. My name is Sherie Stombaugh, and I'm going to take you on a tour of my favorite things in my house. Welcome to my daughter's room. I wanted her room to look like one of those Airstream trailers, so we painted it gray and put on a silver glaze. We added some stripping and screwed in some rivets to give it the look of that Airstream trailer. Over here we had a limited space between the beds, so I found these display racks at a garage sale and I painted them brown, and it allows her to hang some of her display items on there. Her bed is here. I went ahead and made the duvet cover and the pillows, and for a headboard I went to IKEA and bought some of their mirrors and we screwed those into the wall to give her the look of a headboard without taking any room. My daughter has a lot of friends over and they like to sit around and talk like any teenage daughters do. And so I designed this bench to fit in this spot. I had a friend make the wooden, the base for it, and I covered it with foam to make it comfy and upholstered it with some fabric that went really well in the room. Put a few pillows on the background here. This one I picked up this pillow and made some pom-poms one evening and hot glue gunned them on there for a real fun look for a teenage daughter. Now we're in my son's room, and with any kid they can never have enough space. And so we had right over here, this area was a wall that was closed off, but the area in here is above our porch outside. So we opened it up and finished it off, and now it makes a perfect gaming room. He has hardwood floors in his room, so I wasn't able to match those. Instead, I had some leftover Hardy plank siding from a construction job we did, and I just put that down and painted it black, and it looks just like hardwood floors. Then, what better place to go shopping for boys' decorations than Home Depot and Lowe's? I picked up some L brackets and T brackets and screwed those onto the walls after I painted them black. And up here for a balance, I used a cage that goes around a basement window. It's corrugated metal and it looks really cute over his window. One of my favorite things to do is to take ordinary objects and decorate with them. This garden gate is kind of a blue finish, and it was wasted in the backyard. It was hidden by weeds, and so I rescued it and hung it on my wall, and it's a really great place to display pictures of my kids and my family, and I love it. We're back in my bedroom, and I want to show you a couple pieces. This is an old medicine cabinet that I found at an antique store, one of my favorite pieces. But what I really want to show you is this trunk I made. This trunk belonged to my dad. After he passed away, I found it in his garage. He just used it as a utility trunk, but it had belonged to him in the military. I painted it, and Mod Podge pictures of my mom and dad from their wedding and from their youth on it, so it makes it real personal. But on the inside, it not only doubles as storage for my scrapbooking things, I have decorated it with his aviation maps. These were his actual maps that he used when he was flying, and some pictures of him when he served in Vietnam. On my wall, I've taped the words that my son cut out for me when I left one weekend when he was just 5 years old. He's 15 now, and I still have the words. I can't bear to part with them, so I use them on my wall as a personal decorating thing. So you don't always have to purchase something. This dental tray is another piece that I picked up at an antique store. One of my favorite pieces. I use it when I'm working on, I like to make jewelry, so I use it as a tray for that. Or sometimes I sit here and read a book and have a cup of coffee. It's a great fun piece, and it's got to think outside the box on what you're going to use pieces for. My family room has 12-foot ceilings, so I'm able to do a few more things in here. I wanted a chalkboard wall, but I was also able to frame it with something bigger and bolder. This one I framed with a footboard from a twin-size bed. I found this piece at an outdoor junk store that we used to go exploring at. Interesting thing about that, it was run by a man from a nudist colony. That's a whole nother story. A few years ago, my family and I visited Guatemala, and I fell in love with these pillows that the people from Guatemala made. I was able to purchase enough that I had the idea when I got home that I would either make a throw for my couch or a bedspread. When I got home, I took them all apart, I cut off the piping and sewed them together. I didn't end up making either of those other items, but what I did is I recovered this large ottoman that I had, and it's been one of my favorite pieces. So now I've given you a tour of some of the things that I've made and the things that I love in my home. And as you may have noticed, yes, that is a moose above my mantle. And he looks really cute at Christmas with a Santa hat on.